me do that again. Hello, my name is the phone. Skull EU with Alarm Copter.
Hello.
Okay, so yeah, we're in Egypt today. What do you think of Egypt, man?
I'm quite a big fan of these like non-linear, or rather linear maps. I don't know. I like maps where there's lots of stuff that you can do. It's not just one boring, straightforward, back and forth symmetrical map. So yeah, Egypt's quite nice, and I really like the motif as well. I think they should probably use this sort of backdrop a little bit more often.
Yeah, I'll just stand disclaimer, if you don't sound our voices, please go to the main menu and mute us. It's the easiest way to do that. Now, in any case, doors are coming down. That's one thing I do find with these starts, they are quite slow and ponderous. If you're playing a scout, you can really nip out the door.
Yeah, I kind of find the way the doors work on pretty much every single part of this map kind of weird, because, you know, especially second point, you've got pretty much free reign for snipers for about 10 seconds before anything actually happens.
Talking about free reign of movement, that red have already popped up a Ruba, trying to keep blue in the box. Now, this is the thing I found with the first point of Egypt. There is so much hard defending. It's really hard to keep this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing really is just the fact that every single place where blue can come out and every single way they can go is flanked by all of these, you know, high area bits where red can pretty much just set up and completely own. So yeah, it's a little bit one-sided this point, I think.
Well, Tristan Knight there used the blue, but just took out that sentry in time. But you know, as you be careful of sentry, that sentry will knock you off splints and things. One thing, blue happened nice. They really have overrun red for that. But that's, you know, this is where, you know, this is a good case for just getting a couple of guys playing medic and just uber out. It just works so well on this map.
Yeah, I think that is one of the beauties of this map, that it's quite a close-knit map in that the travel between obviously the travel between the spawn and first point is next to nothing, and it's not that much further to the second point, and it's a little bit different, the second part of the map, but I mean here you kind of don't have to rely on NGs like other maps, you know, like somewhere like Gravel Pit or something, NGs are pretty much essential. Here you can still get up to the battle pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. The thing with this particular game is, I mean, like I say a lot, is very stingy times, and one thing the blue team did really well was cap that first point early, gives them a good amount of time to actually get the second. I mean, that's like 2-3 minutes, you've got another like 2 minutes, 4 minutes to cap the next point, and this is such an easy map to fail in this replay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people sort of avoid this map because it really, really does come down to who is the best team. Other maps, you know, it can just be, it's an easy map to defend or it's an easy map to attack. Like Dust Bowl is so easy to attack once you get to the third part. Whereas this one, it really does come down to skill.
Yep, and right now, oh, here comes a crits heavy. Well, I think he's using a steak sandwich, using gloves. Every video is some sort of fisting heavy. And takes out a medic. Oh, nicely done. And that was over. Wow, that's giving blue a nice head start for the next round. Okay, second point. Actually, one thing I really do find out about the decor of this, I mean, is it me or do you hear the Serious Sam music playing in the background? Because this is totally Serious Sam.
Yeah, this is definitely, it takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of other things, but I think that's quite nice because TF2 is impressive to look at, but it does get a little bit samey when you've got a lot of boxes that are coloured blue and red.
Yeah, I mean, we really go about this in the commentaries, but we do, you know, I think art style need to be appreciated somewhere here or there. And, you know, the Egypt feel, it's totally different, it's weird, but yeah, I mean, I really like it. I mean, their standard library of 50s, 60s industrial/rustic, I really quite like, to be fair. It's better than urban, which a lot of games go for, which gets boring as hell after a while.
Oh yeah, I'd prefer red, blue, and, you know, muted palettes rather than just brown, 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 grey.
Oh god, the rendering hates these muted colours. It's just like, oh, everything's so almost samey, but not. Now, anyways, look at team, see what's going on. Well, from the looks of it, you can see where the skill deficiency is kicking in. I mean, we've got a lot of new raw recruits coming on red here. Tarek and Maya, on from a previous commentary, they should hopefully hold up the team.
Yeah, I mean, originally looking at how blue were made up last round, I was pretty much favouring red the whole way, but yeah, blue obviously proved me completely wrong because they stomped that. So, yeah, so far it is looking like Tarek and Maya, like you said, are pretty important for the team. So we'll see.
Yeah. Now this first point up here. I actually it's one of my favourite bits of Egypt, and favourite and hated in a strange way. This is such a nice point to defend, and it's real tricky to take on, and it pretty much screams, you need Ubers. Just get more Ubers.
Yeah, I have to say, I really like the sort of options that there are in this map for like sentry guns and stuff like that, and just generally just player placement, because there are all these high up areas and low down areas. It means you can have lots of different fights going on at once rather than just like one generic attack the point thing.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on Death Stew there. Using the nades, firing an arcing motion, that's brilliant. That's good demo usage. The amount of times I see demo players trying to use line of sight the whole time is annoying, and takes out the stuff on the point, which is nice. But yeah, okay, now the thing is they clobbered the first point pretty quickly. I'm having a bad feeling here. We're seeing a bit of a lopsided team game here.
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, I feel like this point is slightly harder to attack than the first point of the, or second point of the first round, so it'd be interesting to see, but I'm not seeing sort of some of the usual sentry placements that you'd normally see from red.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I mean, there is kind of a credo. If you have the usual placements, they're easy to counter because everybody knows the drill. Unusual sentry placements are unusual because no sort will use them because they're easily counterable. And it's totally to the winds of what's the intelligence of the enemy team. Are they going to have the brain to actually know how to counter it, or are they just going to take it in 2 seconds?
Yeah, it's a very, very difficult catch-22, You put it in somewhere that everybody knows, it's probably going to do well because everybody puts them there for that reason. But if you put it in somewhere where someone doesn't know, it might just not work at all.
Yeah, I mean, for the moment, red are trying to move, blue are trying to move in. They're actually red are holding quite nicely for second. Quite nicely.
I think what it comes down to is the fact that blue now have 2 options instead of like 3 or 4, and they're both very, very choky.
Darth Vadering up quite hard from the looks of it. Bad joke is bad. I issue apologies immediately. Oh, now this is not going to do. Now, for my on blue team, yep, 3 snipers. Yep, I know snipers are good, but we're dealing with a map here that's specifically not very snipey. It's not a very nice sniping map. I can understand red with the choke points, but blue? You need to get in there, man.
Yeah, now that they're getting to this point, I mean, I suppose near the first point, as the doors open, like I said, it works quite nicely because you can get some kills before the round really starts off. But now, it's far too close quarters for anybody but a exceptional sniper to be making a difference.
Yeah, and this is actually more huntsman territory.
Or just another class entirely.
Oh yeah, personally, I would say, I mean, we're dealing with uneven heights here. Personally, a heavy around the side would always help. Soldier might be not bad. It's a tricky one to say, really. It's uneven territory, which is not good for any class.
I think for me, personally, what I tend to go for with, these areas where there's quite a few corners and sort of, different lines of sight, different options, I'd say, personally, I'd go for Demo Man, just because, you can be fairly safe. Just throw some stickies out there, run back, detonate, hope they work.
Yep. Now, one thing we're seeing from, red team put another sentry down, didn't survive, and it was just way too in the open, and it kind of broke one of the rules of sentry placement, which is it in range of the enemy, which it totally wasn't. They just shot out from the back end. Now,
yeah, I did see that one there. I wasn't really sure what the point was, because it would have been okay had it been blue coming out of this top point here by the actual cap point, but everywhere else it's way out of range. A soldier or a sniper can take that out straight away. Yeah,
now, which King of Angmar sentry, they're doing well. It's got a nice blind spot there. That's a tricky one to get unless you're Demo Man. It's the one... voice chat. One in the corner.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Okay, not revealing sentry placements just because reasons. We want a ghost. Now, real problem. I mean, Blue are having a real hard time actually keeping this upper area. Now, this for me is one of those classic cases of consolidation. Now, this area begs for a teleporter, and you know, there's not an engineer up here. Put a good sentry down, cover both doors, put a dispenser and a telly. Great, you guys can be supplied. Get up there quickly, and you know, hunky dory. But right now, Red are counter-attacking like brilliantly. So you know, they're really keeping Blue off their off balance.
Yeah, there's very, very little NG support for Blue in this case. Quite surprised actually. Usually, what I tend to see in this map is the right-hand side room usually tends to get taken by Blue quite quickly, and you know get a dispenser up in there. But that hasn't happened at all.
I've seen that quite a few times. Personally, I don't like it because it's really bad for sentry range. It's just too easy clobberable by heavy. I'd much prefer the kind of bouldery area around in the front, cover both doors, just keep Red penned in. Because actually one of the things you need to be doing as Blue actually is keeping Red contained. If they start creeping around your back end and taking out teleporters, you're in a world of hurt getting you guys back up the front line again. I mean, look at Red now, I mean they're seriously just swarming the area. Yeah, I'm really not sure what Blue is supposed to do here. 3 minutes there, they've got time. Maybe they need more Ubers. They need something to happen. They were doing so well beforehand, but Red have suddenly just turned the tide.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of time for Ubers, and I'd say there's probably even time to get a dispenser or a teleporter up. So, you know, all hope is not lost, but Red are doing a nice job of keeping everywhere covered and still keeping people back at the point.
Well, yeah, well, actually what they're doing is they're nicely, smartly keeping that top area. It's the decisive point of this map, actually. If you can keep guys up there, nobody can get around you. It's the choke point of this map. Now, if they kind of do the dumb thing, which is advance too far into Blue spawn, that's it, they're going to spread themselves out thin, they want to keep in contact with one another, and then Blue will get round the back of them and take that whole area again. Now,
yeah, like I said, yeah, I mean, at the moment it does seem like they're doing okay at keeping the point still covered, but yeah, if they are pushing back too far, then one little crack in the defense, and then that leaves Blue completely open to just everybody swarm on the point.
Yep, and to be fair, it's kind of a mixed bag at the moment. I mean, Blue are kind of making a comeback. Kind of is the most accurate word I can think of right now. Which King of Angmar? Ooh, no, a rare appearance from the occasional aggro entry. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Blue are back. There goes a blue bar. Double blue bar. It's a heavy. He's going for the sniper. He's going up. Doesn't see the sentry. Oh, eventually that got taken out by somebody else anyway. Nice work there from Knock Donkey. Oh, can they cap this? I think he's using Paint Train. Cool, blimey, this is close.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Knock Donkey there. I mean, he basically covered for the heavy's mistake there.
Yeah.
By, you know, that good heavy work in the fact that he kept pushing up, but really need to be aware of your surroundings.
As I've said before so many times, people think heavy's like a noob class, but one thing they're kind of should be pro at is awareness. You know, an aware heavy is so hard to counter. But yeah, no, he came in, didn't see the sentry, should have taken that in 2 seconds being a heavy, and then moved on. He kept trying to take out the sniper beyond, which was not the best of ideas. I mean, this is why you kind of take the gloves running urgently. Just get right in there, in their faces, being invulnerable, and then whip out the minigun, and that's it. They're cooked.
Yeah, and I think Blue kind of missed their chance there because that was only maybe 3 or 4 players there coming in, and that could have opened the door nicely for everybody else to pour in as well, and they really didn't take that.
Oh, look at this red flank Aruba there. I think they're keeping them pushed back quite nicely. It's a good counter-attack from Red. Dish of the day, nicely done. But yeah, Red are though just keeping a presence the whole time. They're doing really well with this. "20 seconds. I think, you know, Blue shot their bolt and it didn't go far enough. They got to capping range, but they just couldn't quite land it.
Yeah, like I said, I think it is basically just lack of support from the rest of the team. The players that did go for it went for it well, but not everybody was on board.
Yeah, that is a problem. And that's one. Nicely done there for Red. Good defense work.